Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I'm in Watcher of Realms at the moment, and we are just kind of doing some random things. I got some dailies going, got some Oracle trials running at the moment. Let's see I think I've done Arena pretty recently, so we actually have 5 minutes left on that before I redo it. We do have 5 Arena permits, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to come over and look at what's going on in faction trials. It looks like it is the Cultist faction. I have vague memories of doing this. It's been a while, and I've certainly gotten at least one new guy for this since then, which was Ezreth. But I haven't leveled up Ezreth or anything like that. So I don't know that he would be useful yet. Maybe I can level him up. Possibly I can, which would be a good idea. Probably. I think I would like to level him up next anyway, or at least for him to be one of the people that I level up next. We got some artifact material raid background effects finished. For 47,150 gold coins, 7,950 XP potions, 41 Wisdom Meteorites, 88 Mithril, 287 Mystery of Artifacts trophies, and 246 Brave Conquest points. Alright, let's go over to events first, I think, and see what there is starting or ending today. Mystery of Artifacts, that started today. That's the one, it's an Oracle trial going. And artifact material raid. You participate in the artifact material raid. Apparently I can't speak. To win trophies and redeem rewards for that. Brave Conquest is about looting meteorites and getting gear from artifact material raid and gear raid. What else do we have going on here at the moment? Nothing else new. Everything else is ongoing. So what do we have left to do? There's Duel of Champions. I'm mostly done with that. I got 2 more things to claim there. Probably can make it through in the next 4 days and 13 hours. Brave Conquest, we're well on the way through that. Tales of the Smith, again, we've made it pretty far there. Looks like moving right along in a lot of areas. The Assassin Trial, yeah, I already did that. I don't know if I claimed it or not, but I certainly did it. Guild War Conqueror is not applicable for me. Scroll Exploration I finished off. Lots of goodies to get there, so if you haven't done it, be sure to jump in on that as soon as possible and immediately start knocking those out. You got 4 days left and 13 hours, so. Memento Shards we're also done with. Sunward Oath is a check-in. It looks like we got 1 more day on that to check in, and you get 3 ancient summoning crystals and 1 huge stamina potion at that point. Curated collection series bundle. Okay, so that's an advertisement for different things that you could purchase. It looks like if you want to spend your W gold, there's some ways to do it right there. And if you do, then you can get items on this progress meter at the bottom, including a good number of ancient summoning crystals. Assassin's Code, I did that yesterday. It's like 10 stages, and it's actually pretty cool. It's mostly you look at patterns and get your timing down, and go through it. I think there are probably multiple ways to do each of those levels, or at least a lot of the levels. I think it's safe to say there are multiple ways to do them. So give that a try and see how it goes for you. Immortal Codex is still running, and I do need to probably look at those and redo some of them at some point soon. Okay, now back out, because I think that I want to go have a look at this faction trial over here and maybe level up Ezreth as a result. Alright, we're gonna go to, let's go to the fight window and see what's available over here. So maybe I didn't have Rosalia last time I did this, or I feel like I did have Rosalia, but I may have decided that she wasn't a good choice possibly for this. I'm not sure. I don't know. How would I put it together? One thing is I don't recall where the places to stand are. Let's take everybody off and resort it. And then we'll see what we have here. I wonder if Rosalia could be put some. I don't know. We'll see where the options are on the board. Who would I want? Vlad is a great blocker. I think I had been doing him at the top right. Beatrix is very good in Belize. Okay, we've got Hollow for a healer. That seems reasonable. I wonder if I was using Cyrene. Probably should if I wasn't. I have yet to use Aurelius over here. I do have him marked on my favorites, so obviously I saw him doing something pretty cool that I was interested in, but I don't know what it was. And then we have Ezrath over here. I've been using Morgan mostly because she's a lord, but she's not, she's not useless otherwise. But let's see if we can upgrade this guy to max level. And then let's start him up. And try to level him the rest of the way, I think. Probably I should have waited for like a Brave Conquest or whatever they're called. But that's okay. Too bad. Doing it now. Maybe it's Corridor of Glory that I'm thinking of. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. We're doing it this way. Promoting him up. Because I think he would be useful at a higher level. Okay, let's see. We need a total of, there was 10 more there and 100 there. So 11 runs ought to do it. Okay, I could do auto fight 11 times, but let's just do the quick clears instead so that it goes more quickly, obviously, right? We need 217 stamina, so let's use a huge stamina potion. And then we'll use 2 of these little ones. Maybe I can use 2 instead of 3, who knows? Maybe I press the button lots of times, just for fun, who knows? Okay, so, gonna get 11 of these, get him leveled up, or, promoted up, I should say. That gives us 110 insignia of melee attack 3s, 2 legendary extracts, 110 of the other insignia of melee attacks, 17,570 gold, and 13,490 XP potions. Now, back out of here, and let's promote Ezrath. Specializes in draining life force from the weak and converting it into dark spores to aid himself in battle. Dark spores stack up to 5 times. Carrying it grants immunity to most debuffs. Well, that's really awesome. When deployed, enters World Destroyer mode. In this combat-focused mode, if Ezrath carries Dark Spores, he consumes 1 stack of them to deal 430% AoE damage to up to 10 enemies ahead. Crazy. So, when deployed, he enters World Destroyer mode and gains 2 stacks of Dark Spores. Cool. Alright, let's promote him again. And that just increased his basic attributes across the board. Okay, we got him all dealt with. Let's give him some skill. Definitely gonna, at the very least, use some of this dust and get his skills upgraded a little bit. That's Insatiable Maw. I don't actually know what these things do yet. I'm gonna have to look them over so I have some idea of what he does. That's a physical attack, damage plus 5%. I think I'm like down to 10 legendary skill crystals, I think. Yeah, Void Ripper's cost going down by 100. Another physical attack boost. damage. Alright, and then Insatiable Maw's attack went up 5% and damage reduction went up 5%. And again, we've got more on Insatiable Maw, damage plus 40%. That seems like a good thing. Alright, so we'll stop there and have a look at these things. What do we have here? Okay, World Destroyer mode. In this combat-focused mode, if Ezrath carries Dark Spores, he consumes 1 stack of them to deal 430% AoE damage to up to 10 enemies ahead. World Devourer mode. In this recovery-focused mode, when Dark Spores is not at full stacks, Ezrath devours 1 allied summon or 1 enemy with HP below 50%. Excluding allied special summons or elites and bosses, within the basic attack range to restore 25% HP and gain Dark Spore stacks. Devouring an allied summon gains 2 stacks of Dark Spores with a 2-second trigger interval, while devouring an enemy gains 1 stack with a 10-second trigger interval. And then I can't really see, there we go. During the interval, neither type of Devourer can be triggered. I'm not sure what I think about that yet. So that's World Destroyer mode. Let's check out World Devourer mode. In this recovery focused, actually that's what I was just looking at, was the World Devourer mode. So that's how he replenishes his Dark Spore stacks, and then he uses his Dark Spore stacks to deal a bunch of damage, AoE damage. Interesting, okay. Now, how do we tell if he has the spores on him? I'm afraid it's going to be a visual thing. It's going to be tough for me. Okay, let's click OK, and oh, haha, clicking OK just used up one of my legendary skill crystals, because I didn't actually mean it in that way. Insatiable Maw's attack just went up 5%, and damage reduction went up 5%. Ah, my brain. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. We're gonna go to gear. Put something on him. Clothe that man. Alright, check out the artifacts. Let's do a quick equip and see what it throws on him. Realm Tear. Deals increased damage to enemies more than 1 tile away from the hero. For each additional tile beyond the first, damage increases by 3%. What is his range, by the way? Let's go to skills. And, okay, this is his ultimate. His range is like that. Yeah, not really selling me on the Realm Tear for that. And then his, yeah, that's just his range across the board. It's not really great, I would say. So, what if we choose something better? No idea what that would be, but we're gonna have a look. What's this? Increases AoE damage by 15%. That sounds good. When dealing damage to 3 or more enemies simultaneously, permanently increases AoE. Yeah, I like that. Let's replace. Put this Hate's Contagion on there, and then let's enhance it while we're at it. And I'm just going to bring that up all the way to 10, so I see no reason not to. Okay, there we are. Good enough for now. Okay, so Ezrath is now very reasonable to use. And we have the Lord filled out. I may want to use, what's her name anyway? Morrigan. We've got Ajax. Well, there's a lot of options here, actually. I think I had been using Anora previously. I don't know how many slots we have for fighter types. I actually kind of just now realized that Ezrath is a fighter. But that's okay. Let's try... Well, let's put Ajax and see what happens. This doesn't look good, but I also don't have on any clothes yet. Suggested VP is 811,510. We currently have 397,579. Those aren't quite the same numbers. let's see. Actually, I don't want to put the clothes on him first. I think we start with Beatrix and Elise here. Throw some gear on them. Could increase their skills perhaps as well. Not yet though, I think. Alright, we're still missing a person as well. Let's throw in Honora. We can put Cyrene stuff on her. She has a set that I've named Cyrene, because I'm fancy like that. So we go here, we go to plan, and we select Cyrene, put that on her. Back out of there. Let's put something on Rosalia next. Somehow I missed doing that sooner. That's okay. Now she has some stuff on. Now let's do Vlad. And Ajax. Apparently Hollow is just going to be waiting for last. I don't know if I ended up using Hollow much on previous attempts. Likely I will fail this one. If I even get my BP high enough to be worthwhile, we'll see. I kind of feel like there wasn't a spot to put people at the bottom as far as defenders go, beyond the first little area, and so that might be why I wasn't using Rosalia. But we'll see. Deploy 3 fighters, I think we can handle that. Alright, first let's throw down Cyrene. We could put her back here. I don't know if that's the right area to put her or not, but we can do that to start with. Well, so this guy does some AoE stuff. Let's put him right here and see if he survives or not. Should we put Rosalia out anywhere? I don't love her spacing. We might could do here. So he did very well at killing all the things. Well open. What if I move her one over? That might be okay. Now, you know what? I think she's going to do better here. So let's put her out here. And then we got to get him somewhere. So I'm going to put him here and face up to kind of block that, hopefully. Let's turn on the ultimates. And then we're in trouble because we've got some people there. By people, in this case, I mean flying fish, apparently. So we got to start doing something to deal with them as soon as possible. Too late? Maybe. Don't know. I'm not liking it much. Alright, that worked. Don't know that I love it, but it was effective for the moment. Now we've got a pile up over here. What if I put Ajax over here? Can he deal with that situation, maybe? Or at least assist? Uh-oh, we're in for it. Got that guy getting through, and Beatrix went down. So, that's a problem. Yeah, no good. No good at all. The flying guys just go on through like nobody's business. Losing folks left and right. So I obviously have to get somebody out pretty quickly to deal with the the flyers. All right. I mean, I have to redo this either way, but I just kind of want to see what things look like. All right. They just ate through my guys over there. Okay. So let's retry. All right. Stats show that Ezra did a huge amount of damage there. 22,216,900, followed by the police at 20,660,800, and then Ajax after that, Beatrix, Rosalia, and Blot. All right, cool. Let's see. What did I do? I think that putting Rosalia there probably was decent. Maybe. Let's try challenging again, putting her in that area. I don't know if in that position or not. In fact, there's an argument to be made, perhaps, for putting Cyrene at the front, followed by Vlad, or maybe Vlad at the front, followed by Cyrene. I kind of think maybe Cyrene. We put Cyrene here, because I'm not going to care at that point. Okay, hold on. What do we got here? Let's slow this down. I'm going to need someone down there, and Ezrath did fine. So we'll put him here as before. We need Rosalia over here somewhere. I had not put blood there before. And maybe we do put Rosalia here, facing up again, and then put Magda behind her. But the thing is, we're going to have those flying beasties coming out very soon. So, what if we put her where? Here? No, don't like that very much. Not sure how I feel about these locations in general. Can't put her there. Could put her here. That would cover multiple areas. Let's try that. Let's try there. Let's turn on some ultimates. And then we definitely need to get Hollow out. But we also have to get Vlad out to stop this oncoming traffic here. So putting him here and facing up is a fine idea. Ezrath has recovered from the damage he was given. Definitely gonna need somebody dealing with those flyers right there. So let's see if we can get Valise up there. Maybe that will be a decent move, I'm not sure. Definitely have to get Hollow out. Should have gotten her out a little sooner, really. Unfortunately, things are not going well down at the bottom either, or at the upper right. Let's see if we can get Honora on the job. And if so, if that'll do any good. It's not looking good for Cyrene, but that's alright. She's just there mostly to die anyway at this point. So let's pick her up. And then try putting Ajax here? Yeah, Ajax to put him here. Alright, so this fellow, I don't know what mode he's in right now. You know what? I think when he first gets put down, he has a couple of things to consume. I see 5 somethings on him. Okay, we just lost someone. Who was it? Was it Ajax? It was Ajax. Okay. Lost Ajax. We could put down Magda right here for now. $39 out of 85. Feels like we still have a long way to go on this, for sure. I will turn the speed up. Out of deployables for the moment, but I don't need to deploy Cyrene. Who's this? Ajax, that's fine. I would like to have Ajax out, but I don't know if he's necessary. He might be until we get those guys up there. We don't really need him. The question is, should I do that now? Or am I okay for now? I'm hesitating. And it may not be a good idea because it looks like we may have that handled with those guys. Let's go ahead and do it a little late in the game. So I think I want to start getting these guys, especially the flyers, some hits on them. All right, who was that who went down? That was Ajax again. All right. We can throw out somebody here to just block things off for a minute. It's Cyrene. She won't last very long, but maybe she'll stall somebody for a second. Okay, that was Cyrene going down. Not too concerning about that. The gauntlet there is doing pretty well, where they have to bottleneck into the single file line. Unfortunately, they can just stack on top of each other. They don't really exactly have to go single file, but nonetheless, it puts them all in one little cluster, and you can just focus fire on them. So it looks like that was effective. I don't know if it was wonderful, but it was effective. Kevin says, when you see red wings, is it okay? Red wings you're on right now, right? He's in destroyer mode. In purple wings, he's in. I'm gonna write this down. All right, red wings is destroyer mode. Purple wings is okay. Red wings. So at that point, he's consuming, right? And then he's consuming. What do they call them? I don't know, but we'll call them shards because that'll let me know. And then purple wings. Purple wings, he's eating people. All right. Purple wings is eating people. Red wings is consuming shards. Cool. Thanks for the info. Okay, so rewards obtained for that. We got 24 Spirit Insignia 3s and 300 of Hero XP potions. And stats show Blaze topped the damage at 38,129,300, followed by Rosalia at 34,461,200. Then Beatrix at 30,773,800. Ezra didn't end up having a whole lot of people down there to go after. He did great. Like he just absolutely he demolished the guys when they appeared. But they didn't appear that often, so we didn't really get to see his full usefulness there. Kevin says, anytime, congrats. Well, thank you. Yeah, we cleared a stage. Not too shabby. All right. I wouldn't be able to get the next stage, I don't think. But we managed that one. I think that's reasonable. Okay, so we made stage 14. Well, we've made it to stage 15. I think that in order to get Alicia's, or no, not Alicia's, what's her name? Valkyrie's aspect, I think you have to clear stage 15 on all of the faction trials. I don't know if I've cleared stage 15 on any of the faction trials yet. But at least I've made it to stage 15 here. Now, on the Piercer Trials, I'm on what, like 11 maybe? Something like that. So I'm pretty decently far behind on being able to get her aspect to trigger. I do have Silas's aspect, and I was told that if we claim the aspect, then it gives us like an aspect thing that can be equipped onto him. So you can have it equipped or unequipped, and that way it's just something, I guess, in your bags that you can switch between. So it won't consume the item to get it out of the bags. It's just another of those strange things that we have to go click on and say use for reasons unknown, because why do we not just get the hero's aspect? And I'm not sure. What's the advantage of not claiming it? I haven't a clue. But let's go ahead and use it anyway. How's about that? Oh, well, we went to this screen. Select aspect to view, it says. Unactivated, it says on both things. Let's click the Wraith Bane. During the ultimate, when soul sniping hits a target, soul sniping deals 140% damage that ignores 50% of the target's defense. It bounces to one nearby enemy target, dealing 80% damage. Silas wrapped his silver hair around a withered branch. His fingertips pierced his chest. Oh, that's weird. His fingertips pierced his chest, and a ray of light seeped from the wound, the first thread of his soul. Strand by strand, he drew out his own soul. His body dimmed inch by inch, yet his hands grew ever steadier. The threads of his soul and his silver hair intertwined on the withered branch, taking shape as a bow. When it was complete, the withered wood let out a low hum. He no longer needed arrows. Every arrow he shot was a piece of himself. Well, that seems like a limited supply right there. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't be using old Silas that much. He's gonna run out of soul. Is he collecting it? That's the other thing. Is he getting his arrows back? So like every time after we do a bit of shooting, and then he goes and sort of he's searching the surrounding terrain, gathering up arrows, because you just can't leave those behind, right? All right, new aspect activated. Very good, very good. And we may as well equip him with it because I only have the one. So let's stick it on him. What does it do? Is it like an aspect window? All right, cool. We have the bow equipped. It's his soul bow. All right. It's like a rainbow. All right. Let's go to the arena here. We can refresh the opponents. So probably let's do. And all of these guys are outside of my current reasonable league. I could redo it and get enough to make sense to go after people like that. But right now I've got like, I don't know, 365,000 or something like that. And that just is not sufficient to go up against 500,000. It just won't work. All right, let's go over here. We can upgrade this and get an HP bonus for all my guys. Very cool, always good. Oh, I should have stayed on there though. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah. Let's go back. Because I can auto fight at the very least. So we'll auto fight on both of these. We got the basic trial, level 11. Let's do that. Kevin says, for your information, if you look at Silas's hero icon from the hero screen, you can see a very small red gem in the top center. Okay, hold on. Let me, first of all, click this and minimize. Let's go figure out what we're talking about here. All right, heroes. Silas's hero icon. All right, so we got to go to his little thumbnail over here. There he is. All right, got him. You can see a very small red gem in the top center. Where are we at? Silas's hero icon. Oh, in the thumbnail itself. That's where you're talking about. In the top between his faction mark and his class indicator. Yeah, there is. Okay, there is a little badge. It's like a little insignia. I wish we could zoom in. I want to scroll in. I'm like feeling that scroll wheel on the mouse doesn't do anything, by the way. You can't zoom in. It does do something. It does this right here, but you can't zoom in with it. It's a shame. So, is that the only indicator of an aspect? Oh, down here at the bottom of this, we can go to the aspect screen. So there is that added to his hero screen. Cool. Kevin says this indicates an aspect. If it's blue, it's the other aspect. So we have a red one. I'm assuming we've got a red one that's a aggressive one, and a blue one then would be a tranquil, like a maybe more of a healing and buffs one versus an aggressive one. Let's look at this. That's extra hit basically. This changes its damage to magic when each attack inflicts so that's crowd control here. Awaken 5 now increases the target's magic damage. Okay, cool. Movement speed minus 50 on the guys. Alright, that works. Maybe I can remember that. It's a good idea to check there. Kevin says, so a quick way of seeing it if you're not sure when selecting heroes. That might be a quick way for you guys. I'm probably going to not notice. But, hopefully, now that you've pointed it out and we've gone through the process, maybe I can remember. I don't have a lot of hope for it. Alright, we got 372 XP potions and 12 shelter insignia 3s for that auto fight. Go back over and do the auto fight for the cultist faction as well. Stage 14, apparently. Alright, there we go. And now, back out of here. Alright, where are we at? I've done a good number of the dailies, but we've got more to do. Go over to quests. We leveled up heroes 3 times. That gives us 1 stamina potion sample. And we cleared a faction trial on any difficulty level 1 top, 10,000 gold. We could perform a summon. Let's do that. Perform 1 summon. Not on ancient field, because we have nothing to summon there, but we can do one of these tin guys here. Let's do this. Maybe we can get Malvira. No, we can't. We did get a lot of green guys though. That's significant. 2 blue guys, 8 green guys there. Alright. Now, let's do a 1 by summon here. It's gonna be Screef. No, it's Cuke. I'm so close. Alright, Cuke, the 3-star marksman, a cunning goblin archer whose poison arrows bounce from foe to foe. Beware his traps. Background fight is complete over here. We've got 300 XP potions and 19 spirit insignia 3s. Alright, back out of here. And then, let's see. I could. Okay, what do we have over here? Looks like we have something in the mailbox regarding Conquest Challenge issues. Dear Commander, we fixed an issue where the Thorns of Atonement skill may trigger abnormally in Conquest to challenge Alistair the Absolute Will under certain conditions. Please check for your compensation for this issue. Commanders will need to restart the game to apply the fix. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and thank all commanders once again for your understanding and support. And for that, we got 100 diamonds. I think that's very cool that they give out things like this often for issues like that. So if there's a glitch that needs to be fixed, or if there's any kind of update where people can't play for a while, I think they do very well at rewarding the players for their time or for their inconvenience, right? So I think that's really neat how they do that. All right, let's see here. Don't really have anything that I want to throw stamina. I don't have any stamina to throw into anything at the moment. We'll go back over to quests. We performed a summon, so we'll claim 2 4-star psychic power shards, and then we'll also get the box at the top, which is 40 diamonds. We'll give friendship points 1 time, and max friendship points reached. So we got to go redeem some for some stamina. Speaking of not having any, that was a temporary situation. We now have 120 more than we get. Now we'll do the quick claim and give thing again, and then back over to the quest where we can claim those 10 friendship points for doing so. Alright, now let's see. With that in mind, having some things to put into it, I suppose go to the Oracle trial, and then toss things toward these Mystery of Artifacts. I don't actually remember what this map looks like. Oh, okay, I remember now. It's terrible. Got it. Okay, stage 20, auto fight. And we'll do, looks like 5 fights there. Alright. back out of here, and then Assassin's quests. Consume 500,000 hero XP potions, and we get 1 piece of Eden and 250 Raven Crests. Claim friendship points 80 times, and we get 1 piece of Eden and 250 Raven Crests. Looks like I complete the artifact forge thing. You do it 10 times, and we'll get some rewards. Let's look at that. Should have enough. The Mythic Forge, we'll max that out, which is 2 of them. Hopefully. There we go. I clicked it the first time, and it's like, nah, you didn't click here. Alright, so we didn't get anything too fancy. We had a Tumultuous Horn for healers. Increases initial rage by 25% when deployed. Then we have the Wisdom Forge down here. Let's throw those tokens at that. And we got a couple of things here. Spirit Siphon is for Marksman, class limited. Increases damage dealt to the same target by 5% with each consecutive hit, up to 3 stacks. This damage bonus is lost when attacking a different target. Kevin says, did you change up your layout, background border, and I can see your Windows taskbar? I feel like you could already see my Windows taskbar, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. Try like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I did intentionally. Oh yes, I see what you're talking about though. It does look unusual. Let me see if I can figure out what to do about that. Maybe. It does look a little odd. Like some things are being covered that I think shouldn't be. So obviously there's been something that, you know what it is? I updated OBS today and maybe there was a change in the way that they're doing things. I don't know. That's not what I want to do. We'll do some light experimentation real quick on this. Alright. Maybe that will help. You'll have to weigh in if this looks better or not. I'm not sure. Okay, all good? Maybe I fixed it. Yeah, I bet it was that update that I did today. Kevin says, not saying it's bad, just unusual from what you normally have. That's true. Yeah, I normally like it to be more full so that you guys get the full experience here and hopefully can see everything nicely. Also, I noticed that the mobile window is also odd. What's going on there? I don't know. Something strange. Let me see. It looks okay here. Yeah, not sure what's going on. I'll have to look into that. Alright, for now, let's go back and go back over to quests where we can claim this. Complete Artifact Forge 10 times, we get 1 piece of Eden and 250 Raven Crests. Cool. Also, we have something on the progress meter. It's 2,000 Eagle Crests there at the bottom. Alright, so we have 38 out of the 50. What does the 50 get us? What is this guy? It's Asio Auditore, standing on the stone pedestal. Asio dons his white brotherhood robes. With arms wide open and his winged cape unfurled in the wind, he is frozen in the moment of leaping from the bell tower. The leap of faith, passed down through generations of assassins. Upon obtaining, automatically activates the summoning stone skin, Asio Auditore. Tap the camp skin icon on the left side of the camp to use it. So it's a statue thing. It's one of the little rock skins that you can get. Okay, so alright, we got those things. Go over to events. Brave Conquest, we have something to claim here. It's 1 huge stamina potion. Nothing else on that tab, but we do have Maureen, who has finished with her fishing, or her trading, I should say. And she's brought us 30 flame broiled beef and 30 blazing chili. Send her back out. We gotta keep her working all the time, you know? Alright, Garut has also refreshed, and we can buy this legendary summoning crystal shard from him. We can do 3 free refreshes a day. Here's one. Nothing there. Try again. That's the second one. We got some auto-bite attempts. 5 of them. And here's the third one, where we have some fancy stuff. Actually, we've got 2 ancient summoning crystal shards, and then 3 Dragaz that time. Excellent. Back out of there. Got the Elf Pass weekly quest, Forged in Artifacts. Let's claim that for 150 Elf tokens. That levels us up to 42. We can claim some level rewards here, which are 25 gleaming meteorites and 150 dungeon crystals. Kevin says, cutting off a little bit on the right. That's a shame. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Probably can manage. I see what's wrong. There. That's gonna fix the whole problem. Alright. Cool. I see what happened there. Got it. Alright. Back out of here. It's not quite right, is it? It's still a little off. See if I can fix that. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. That's not quite right either. I'm having some issues here, apparently. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. The whole UI is a little wonky, so I'm just gonna have to take some time and check that out later. But yeah, that ought to help. All right, here we go. Background fights. We got 47,150 gold, 7,950 XP potions, 31 wisdom meteorites, 91 mithril, 217 mystery of artifacts trophies, and 186 brave conquest points for that. Okay. I wanted to try the Immortal Codex, the healer one, because the last time I did it, I didn't have all the healers that I have now. I got an S rating on it somehow, but maybe that was the one movie. Wasteland Titan? Maybe. Yes. So the damage inflicted by the Wasteland Titan is accompanied by a debuff that reduces healing received, which can be dispelled. Only Aona can deal significant damage to the Wasteland Titan who boasts high defense. It is immune to all debuffs and crowd control effects. And so, the Wasteland Titan's attack will gradually increase after entering the boss rush phase. Titan's Punch deals 5 physical damage 1 time to Aona and inflicts 1 stack of anti-healing effect. That's why you need the dispels. Roar of Sands deals high physical damage 3 times consecutively to all targets and inflicts 1 stack of anti-healing effects. And Divine Being becomes immune to all debuffs and damage of time. Alright, cool. Kevin says, look at the leaderboard. Oh, you'll get an idea of who's using what. Yeah, I could do that. But, I prefer to just mess up my own way. I can check it in a little bit, but let's first challenge. And, go to healers, and then Now, one thing we need is dispels. So, let's have a look. It would be a defensive dispel. And those are the people who have them. I don't have Narissa leveled up, and I think that she would be really, really good here. So, it may even be worthwhile to level her up just for this. Let's see though, if we... Okay, let's try removing everybody first. And we don't want these guys, but what if... Let's see, what if we had a look here? We've got, it's a variety of different folks. And let's see, turn that off. But maybe, hard to say. Options. Let's see, what does her thing do? Increases faction team members' basic attributes by 15%, which is not useful. All the first stuff does stuff with faction members. That's what I thought. So it's no good necessarily having her for that purpose. And I wonder if I might rather have Aelin possibly instead. Kevin says her and Eowyn for sure. Yeah, right, exactly. I haven't used Eowyn a lot yet. I've just used her in the places you guys have seen, which has been very limited because I don't have. Well, I you know, with her, she's level 1. I think also with Narissa, she may be level 2. Yeah, she's level 2. So I don't know that I have enough XP potions to be able to get them up to the appropriate levels. I'm not sure, but I can try. Let's start with Narissa and see if we can get her up. We're definitely not going to be able to get both of them up, but we can get Narissa up, I think. And then we'll try starring her up. And can we get her up? No, we can't quite get her up to max level. Get her up to 59. So close, and yet so far away. That was my fear there. Alright, we also don't have her fully promoted. She doesn't have any skills. She doesn't currently have any gear. Let's throw some gear on her. And see about getting the skills up. No, okay, so she does have some skills. She got all the way up to where the legendary skill crystals would be required. So we can stop there on that. Try to get these promotion things. We need 9 more runs of this. So we can probably manage that. Use one of the huge stamina potions to get 200. Minimize that. And then go check out the other girl, Eowyn. She's going to be level 1 down here somewhere. There she is. Alright, so we can promote her up. Oh, are we going to get a cut screen every time? Okay, we unlocked the Elf of Forest. That's the one that allows you to put the wood elves that heal people. Only one wood elf can be present on the field at any given time. Now this is going to expand her range.
Grow and bloom.
All right, promote her again.
Grow and bloom.
Opens up nature's favor. Now we're out of these insignias at the moment. Gonna need quite a few more. We need 20 more there. 75, so we're at 95. Well, round it up, actually. We're going to go to, say, 100 there, and then 100 here. So we need 200, which is about 20. Kevin says, for what it's worth, Marissa and Elwyn are probably on my team 95% of the time. Understandable. Using Narissa in that fight the other day, she did very well. Yeah, I do think that that's helpful. She can kind of spread around her heals a little bit. It's pretty impressive. Elwyn, again, I don't know much about her. I do know that we use green elves, and that's helpful. So, yeah, very limited knowledge on those for me. Let's try throwing some gear on her. And an artifact. Did I put it? I guess I already had an artifact on Marissa, probably. She has Balm, increases healing. Sure, that's fine. I'll enhance it up as well while we're at it. Why not? Okay. Kind of just put the artifacts on people and then mostly don't move them around. Kevin says Narissa is single target. Right. Elwyn is AoE. Okay. Let's do some random upgrades here. Nope. Looks like I've got all the dust ones done. Good. I'm ahead of the game on that. Now, let's see. Where is Marissa? Right there. It still doesn't quite have enough for her to be ready. Kevin says the other big healer is Ireless. I don't think that I have Ireless. But that's, you know, that's okay. I have some pretty decent healers at this point, I think, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Let us hop out of here. I'm going to need 20 more runs of these after this, I think. Let's see if we can get something going with these other guys, and probably I'll want to do some background fights for XP potions too, in order to level these people up. It does no good to promote them if they're level 1. I mean, it's not that it does no good. It's just insufficient, let's say. Let's see how the skills are looking. Yeah, okay. Alright, here. Yeah, why not? Let's throw it on. We can at least get these guys ready. Kevin says your glass cannon methodology has hindered healers for so long. Well, you know, it's like you've got to pick and choose who you're going to put your resources into, and so yes, the healers have been somewhat neglected. I will agree. Okay, you know, I don't need them to be great healers. I just need them to keep my guys alive long enough to win the fight. Alright, let's see, I feel like let's do Nidan next, and then save. Oral Nidan, still level 50. Could star her up too. Get her past that hump, and I think Miss Sandy is in the same, yeah, she's in the same situation. Problem is, again, I just don't have the dudes to blow up. It's a constant state of life for me, right? I never have enough of anything. The resources are limited. I don't know what I'm looking for down here. I just kind of wanted to see what all I have. There's still quite a few people that I want to level up and do all the things to, and promote them and star them up and etc. And there are so many, it's very difficult ever to catch up, or even remotely. So it's always like I've got to try to focus on getting one person up at a time most of the time. Currently, I can't really bring Elwyn out to play when she's level 1. Don't think that'd be a good idea. And bringing the other one out, Miss no, what's her name? This girl here, Marissa, at level 59, you know, that would be acceptable, but level 1, not so much. Kevin says, last hit, and this seems weird for this fight. A lot of people use Silas with 5 healers just for the extra damage. Sure, yeah, I mean, I understand why you might want to do that, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I mean, what you'd have to do is check and see. So you'd have to try it with healers, you know, put a healer in that slot and give it a run, and then put Silas in that slot and give it a run, and see if, you know, which one actually ends up doing better. I don't know which one would, but you'd have to have exactly the same team and then switch them out with, you know, I'm not sure if it depends on what you have going. I think if I were going to do it, I would probably switch them out with the Aelin, just because the rest of them have just spells. But also, it may depend too on how your Silas is decided. Again, I don't know much about him. Played him very little. So I'm not really sure about that. Looking through this, I don't know. What is Awakens like over here? Increases attack speed, that's attack plus 200. When there are more than 2 marksmen on the field, increases damage of the hero and 1 random allied marksman by 15%, which would apply to marksmen. Rage regen plus 2. I have cursed and increase multiple damage to fire by 15%. Yeah, I don't know. Don't really see it. Okay. He does the soul stomping thing. So that would cut through the defenses. Yeah, I don't know. Should try it out and find out. Alright, let's see. Let's hop back out of here. Because I don't feel quite ready to do that yet until I can get up to Marissa and Ellie. So in the from the background fights, we got 14,380 coins, 10,980 XP potions, 90 of each of the insignia of endurances, and 3 legendary extracts. Okay, I would have to go back and do 20 more runs of that to start with. Promoted her. Got her basic attributes up a little bit more. Then we want to come down to Elowen and go raid 20 times. I could do 20 quick clears, but I don't really see the purpose, because then I would also still have to do the raids for XP potions. So, unless I wanted to do quick clears on both, I could try it, I suppose. Let's do it. Quick clear. I've got plenty of them. Why not? I don't have to hoard them forever. We need 440. Let's go ahead and just use, well, we may as well just use 4 of those, because we're going to do some other stuff as well. Kevin says, don't forget your inventory space. Oh yes, absolutely. The inventory space in question would be the hero inventory space. The rest of it doesn't really matter. So far, I haven't run out of space in the regular inventory yet. Alright, so we finished that. We got 3 mythic extracts, 200 of each of the insignia endurances, 1 legendary extract, 31,960 gold. Get out of here, and we can promote her up the rest of the way, I think. And then we can work on trying to level her up as well. Got her basic attributes up a little bit there.
Grow and bloom.
Right, we got a star up too. Absolutely. Can't do that until I level her up. Okay. We have a little bit of inventory room, but not too much. Let's, I've already, okay. Let's make 100% sure that I don't need to awaken anybody here before I go selling my people and using them for other purposes. If anybody sees a red dot that I missed, please let me know. I'm not great at this. It's looking okay so far. I know that I went through this yesterday. Okay, looks good to me. All right, let's go over here. And first of all, sell anybody who's a 3 or 4 star. All right, that looks fine. Got 90 diamonds for that. And then let's go to quick star up and deal with some of these guys. Not very many, unfortunately, because I am very low on XP potions, as previously mentioned. It's a constant struggle trying to get them. Yeah, I don't have enough to finish those guys up. So, here we are. With raids and resource raids, and we want XP raid currently. We'll do the quick, I don't really want to do the quick clear. They're such quick fights anyway. So we can do that 7 times currently. Let's go ahead and put it to a silly number and then use a couple more of these. Let's just use, let's use 4 of them. And then we'll max this out, and it's 23 times. Give it a go. Might run out of inventory space before then, might not, who knows. Okay, so that's running in the background. Let's check on the arena. We gained 2 of the arena coins from defending against other players while we were gone. And let's refresh. Okay, there's nothing super awesome here. We might could do Roselle from France with 403,483 BP. Let's go ahead and give it a go. Looks like my folks have 368,915 BP. Alright, let's try it. Auto fighting. They don't have Jezebel or whatever her name is. That's good. Roselle has thrown out Hot Suit. Hot Suit has Ghastly Burst. Deals damage to 5 enemies nearby, dealing 230% AoE damage every 0.3 seconds, lasting for 4 seconds. And then he has Silas with Shadow Cloak. Damage increases by 80%, and each attack becomes soul snapping that ignores the defense and magic resistance of the target for 20 seconds. And then here's Eliza. She's a lord. She has Moon's Shadow. When deployed, gains invisibility and increases damage by 100%. This can only be triggered 1 time for each deployment. Alright. Kevin says, but you do. I do. Oh no, what do I do? I have already forgotten. Alright, stats show that Idril topped the damage at 2,043,580, followed by Hot Suit at 1,208,880, and then Silas, who by the way came out, I believe, after Hot Suit did, and he did 997,346. We got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 8,000 XP potions. When you said what you do, and I'm going back in my mind about what I do, I'm hoping that wasn't in regard to the red dots some time ago, because I've already done terrible things to them. Alright, let's see. We've also got some things we can claim over here. Unlimited offers, daily luck. We'll go over here and claim 10 auto fight attempts, 40,000 gold, and 3 ancient summoning crystal shards. And then down here we got the W gold shop. Oh, Kevin says you were saying that team doesn't have Jezebel. I was saying, but you do have Jezebel? Do I? I might. I don't know. I'm not sure at this point. W Gold Shop Daily Bonus. We got 15 diamonds. Are you sure I do? I've got Violetta Vein. Do I have Jezebel? Regular bundle. We got the stamina up here, 20 of it for free, and then Spirit Invocation Pack. We have this daily free offer, which is 30 more stamina. He says, don't you? I don't think that I do. I don't know. Let's go check heroes. All right, let's just sort by like rarity and see if I do. What exactly? Okay, do we know what faction she is or anything like that? I could narrow this down. I'm trying also to remember what she looks like, but looks, I'm not, oh no, it's going to keep refreshing. Okay, hold on. Let's try sorting this further. All right, what do we know about Jezebel? Not much, as it turns out. All I know is that when she comes out, things die. And so I know that she does good DPS, but I don't know anything about her. Like, why does she do good DPS? I'm not sure. What faction is she? I have no idea. I don't think that I have her, but I could have her. Is she okay? I don't know. I don't know anything. We'll try just scrolling down. And it's instantly back up because I'm completing those XP raids so quickly over there. It's going to not work out well for me. Okay, so I have Violetta Vein, who I confused with Jezebel, visually. I don't see her. If you guys see her, let me know, because I've got all of my legendaries right here. And on the first scroll, I did not see her. In here. I don't think that I have. I did try to get her, but it was sort of like the Malvira situation. It just didn't happen. So, I don't see her. Now let's switch back to my normal layout. You know what? I didn't go all the way through that, did I? Because it probably had my favorites at the top. You would think that she would probably be one of my favorites, but let's make sure. Maybe there'll be more. Okay, so here we go. Those are the other people I have. None of those are Violetta, or well, they're not Violetta either, but they're also not Jezebel. Yeah, she's in Chaos. All right, I clicked the button bad. There we go. All right, Chaos. Chaos is one of these. Maybe it's this. Is that Chaos? Looks chaotic to me. Let's see. This is unnameable. Okay, this is Chaos Dominion. I definitely don't have her, because if I did, she would be right here. It would light up on that band. I didn't know she was the word that's extra good. Interesting. Cool. All right. Yeah, I definitely don't have her. Okay. Back to it all. And then Kevin says, okay, you don't. My bad. Yeah, I really didn't think that I did. I'm pretty sure I would know if I had her, because I definitely did try to get her. And I've seen her in Arena do just amazing, honestly. Everybody who uses her does well. And I think that I probably would have focused on her if I had her. Not necessarily, but probably. Yeah. Okay. Moving forward, we have 202 of our heroes at the moment. Let's start some folks out. Okay. Kevin says maybe I was confusing her with Ezrath, you just got. Yeah, maybe so. Ezrath is pretty awesome. I did get him all up to snuff. Hopefully, and hey, I mean, you saw I just used him in faction trial, but I think that he'll definitely come in handy in a lot of situations. So, looking forward to it. Meanwhile, I have enough XP potions now that I can move forward with these healers, I think, if I can find them. Ah, I see the problem. I have it sorted by rarity at the moment. Can't find my person. There she is. Nerissa, right? That's the one. Yes. Okay. So let's max her level out. And then we'll start her up. But no, because she's already started up. I did that earlier. Interesting. Okay. And then let's try to find Elwyn. It's a tricky thing that somewhere we have Elwyn. There she is. All right. Kevin says I was guessing that when I watched that faction trial. You were guessing. Guessing that I had Jezebel? I don't know. I'm confused. All right, let's upgrade Elwyn. That brought her up to level 50. Let's see if we can. Yes, we can star her up. And then try upgrading her the rest of the way. Wonderful. Lovely. Beautiful. Okay. Now, back out of here. Check mark on the background fights. We've got 42,410 gold coins, 1,027,000 XP potions. We've got some blue guys, some green guys, and some gray guys from that experience. Kevin says, guessing that referring to seeing your Ezra leveled up. Yes. I did put my investment into him for sure. All right. Now, what was I doing with all that? Oh, yes. I was doing the Immortal Codex, right? So, all that work, we'll see if it makes any difference. Wasteland Titan. Let's see. Okay. One problem I'm going to run into is that with these new people, I actually have no idea what their, what the ranges are and stuff. So, that's going to make things very interesting. I do want to find the defensive dispels, and put in these folks here. And then we're going to stick in Aelin, I think. Feels like that makes sense. Oh, there it is. I was like, what do I have tagged? There it is. Okay. I do want healers only. And we will, for now, try Aelin. And then we'll see what it looks like. I'm probably going to mess this up pretty immediately. Let's see. I don't know what their ultimates do. And this is the only one that doesn't do that. So let's start by putting Marissa right there and covering those folks. We've got Tallulah, who could go this way. And let's see, Elwyn has a tiny range. Nope. Okay. Let's see. We could put her here, Cleveland. I don't think I want to put her out yet at all, honestly. Let's see. We need people to be able to cover other people. So we've got covered out to there, and we've got coverage over there. We don't have any coverage over here. Let's see about putting Midan here. And then we can do probably Miss Sandy here would be fine. Now, I don't have much currently covering, what's your name there? But we could put her like this. Oof, hold on a second. That doesn't make any sense to me. Nobody over here covering Tallulah really, except for just nobody's there. Do that. And then, with that being the case, I think I'll put Aelin over there to try to make up for that. Kevin says I missed a dispel in the top right. Probably. I didn't pay enough attention here. Top right looks covered. I think it's the top left. The top mist in the top left. That's going to be an issue. Okay. So, in that case, probably what I'll want to do is move one of these people. And it could be that I move Mudan over there. Alright. For now, while I'm figuring this out, I'm going to turn those on. Let's try moving Mudan. Neither of those are particularly strong healers. I don't know that they'll go well. I think it's what I gotta do for now, though. We're gonna try it. Kevin says in a top left, right. Exactly. On the plus side, we should be able to get her back out. Oh, look, we have a little elf. For what it's worth, we'll throw the little elf down. Kevin says click on Elowen, then hit the blue plus button icon so you can see her ultimate range. I'll be placed next time. Elowen. Hit the plus. Oh. So. I never was aware of that button. That's very good. That's very good indeed. Okay, so then in that case, I don't need her over in this little baby area at all. I can put her over in the upper left. Interesting. Alright. Come on, Mudan. Alright, there she is. And we can do like this. I might should have done the other direction, but that's okay. Sufficient. Okay. So right now I have them automatically going. I need to be able to recognize these guys so that I tell which one to do when I need to put them out. But for now, I think I'm gonna do it like this. I can't really see anything. I wish there was a way to turn off all these graphics because I can't really see who these guys are. So that's a problem. Let's see, let's maybe turn it off. I know that the orange is related to something here. We've got, when it turns purple, that means it needs to be dispelled, I think. And so that's indicating, if that's correct, then upper left and upper right are both suffering from a lack of dispels. Let's go ahead and increase the speed on this for now. It's not going particularly swimmingly over there, but it's not too bad. Could be worse. The upper left corner is doing significantly worse, I would say, overall, than the upper right. Primarily because both Mudan and Sandy are low level. Oh, see, that's gonna go poorly right there. And maybe I should have put Aelin over there just to try to keep them alive because of their level. if I could level them up, that would also help. Kevin says correct, I need to spell, thank you. Okay, excellent. We only have, let's see there. Let's try putting her here, try to heal that one if possible. Don is ready, and let's go ahead and put her here to help with those dispels. At this point, the right-hand side is gone, so let's just focus on keeping these guys alive. That didn't last long, unfortunately. Midon was just down and dead. Oof. No bueno. But we did get a double S, which is great. Kevin says I have Aelin in the dead center. I think that's going to depend on what you have going on with your other people, right? And where you have them placed. All right, so we did get the double S, which is nice. Let's click next and go to the stats. Let's look at the HP heal. It's really less about the HP healed on this fight as it is about the spells getting out. So, you know, on the one hand, yes, HP healed is going to be important, but on the other hand, them dispelling the eyes out there is going to be more important, so that they aren't taking that damage to, or they're taking the damage, they're just able to heal back up. Kevin says, but way better. Yes, definitely. We went from an S to a double S, I think, which is nice. All right, so not bad. Nerissa topped the healing, followed by Aelin, then Nasandi, then Elwyn, and then Tallulah. Tallulah has not wowed me, you know, and part of that I'm sure is because I don't have as much put into her as some of the other people. But she has a place. But I don't know that I would use her that often in a normal fight. All right, okay, we got 150 Immortal Sovereign is where we're currently at on that. Let us complete this. Not too bad. I think it means, though, that we have 2 of the markers that we need for this this other event thing over here, wherever it is. Let's go back down here to the Immortal Codex. Okay, Conquest Challenge. No. Well, yes, okay, I see. It says breach SS with any 5 trial bosses to unlock 1 of 5. I believe it should say 2 of 5 at this point. So this would be my second. But maybe it doesn't count it yet because it hasn't finished the trial. I'm not sure. Kevin says I agree with you until the 100%. Yeah, it's just less good than a lot of the others. Just a little bit on the wimpy side. Her healing is subpar. Her little butterfly thing is, I mean, it's a neat feature and all, but it's just not really there for me. Okay, so I need to redo some of these other ones at some point, but I think that I probably better have some lunch. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for now, and hopefully, I think I should probably be back later. I'm not sure. I know some people are going to be participating in the Magic the Gathering week probably today, so I might get distracted doing that, but if I can get back on, then I will later on. It was fun playing with you guys, and hopefully I will get to do it again today. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. Hopefully I will see all of you then. Bye for now.